everyone, Tracy here. Today I thought I'd share with you a project that I've been working on, and it is for a class that I'm going to be teaching. I was asked by my friend Denise if I wanted to teach a class at a crop that we're attending in February, and the crop is called Scrap for Heart, and I've attended this crop. This will be my 4th year, and you know I love to share anything creative, so I thought, why not teach a class? Now, Scrap for Heart is a charity crop, and it is put on by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So the teachers that are doing the classes, they're all volunteering their time and the materials for this class. So I had to come up with an idea for a project that was inexpensive. I can teach, I think up to 15 women are going to be in the class, and I think the class runs for about 30 minutes, and they give you extra time for cleanup and prep time. So this is what I came up with, and what these are little treat pouches. So here's the first one, and I did a Valentine's theme. It could be any theme actually, but because Valentine's is coming up, I thought I would do Valentine's. So you can put treats in these. And then this one here, I put a journal spot in here. So this one you can put on your scrapbook page or in your smash book or anything like that. And then this one here, this one's a little bit smaller, and this one I never filled it in yet. So, well, what they are made out of is envelopes. I thought, well, the women can use up their scraps, or I will supply some of my own scraps, and envelopes, and who doesn't have envelopes? I had told you this one here was smaller than the rest. It's a little bit thinner. And the reason being is because this is an actual bank envelope. That's what I used for this one. So I'm going to show you how to make these. So here are the materials you're going to need to make this Valentine's pocket. You're going to need some envelopes, and these envelopes were given to me as the company was moving, so they gave me all of their envelopes and business cards, and even the big envelopes, the 8.5 by 11, which I think would be neat to make for classrooms for their Valentine's card exchange. And even bill envelopes work for this. You just cut it off whatever size. And this is Hydro One. Might as well use something of theirs since they like to overcharge us. But that's another rant. And then you're going to need some embellishments. You're going to need adhesive. You're going to need scissors and a cutter, or just scissors, depends on what you like to use, and then scraps of your paper. And I don't know if I've shared this with you, I think I have, that I like to put a little pocket in the back of my paper packs to put my scraps in, because I like to keep these all together, because when I make a card, and if I color up one of my little girl images, a lot of these little tiny pieces of paper will work really good with her dress, and bows in her hair, or whatever the little accessories she has with her, with that image. So I will show you how to put these together. The first thing you want to do is you want to seal your envelope shut. I like to use actual adhesive to keep mine shut. And then you want to go in and you want to trim it at 5 inches, and then you want to score it. See, I trimmed it here, so that's 5 inches, and then from the opening, you want to score it down 1 inch. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to take your scissors and you want to snip the side just to the score mark, because this is going to be your flap here. So you want to just score that, or cut that down to there. Sorry if I'm a little flustered. I just found out, I went down and seen that my hot water tank is leaking hot water all over the basement. So I just had to phone them to come and repair it after I turned it off. Next thing we want to do is we want to adhere this inside piece here, the back piece. We want to adhere this, and we don't need it to go all the way through, like all the way down to the bottom. So this piece here measures 4 1/16 at 1.5, and you just kind of bend your envelope in like that, so you can tuck that in a little bit and move it around so it's not adhered in a place you don't want it. So that looks good. And if you wanted to round your edges, I would have done that already. I would have done that beforehand. So the next piece we're going to adhere is this bottom panel, and this is a 4 1/16 by 3.5. And if you're going to add any brads, or if you're going to add any twine like I did here, you want to do that before you adhere it. and I just adhere it down here. Yeah, today is just not a day that is going well for me between the water heater and my camera telling me it's full. Okay, so that's adhered down, and then this piece here will go on this flat piece, and this measures 4 1/16 by 7/8. And usually, like, I'm giving you measurements, but if I was to do it myself, I just make a mark with my fingernail and then I trim it. I'm not a big measurer. That's just how I usually do it, is I make a mark with my fingernail. And we'll adhere that down here. And I want to keep this flap down as well, so I like to just add a little bit of adhesive, whatever type of adhesive you want. And that is glued down, and now you have your pocket, and you can put whatever you want in there, and then you can add some embellishments. So what I did was, for this part, for this embellishment here, is I just stamped the sweet on some paper. It's actually grid paper, and then punched out this punch here and folded it in half, and I can add that as a little flap. And of course the glue is plugged. Of course it is. So I'll add that, and I like to put that right here. Put that down. And then I had made this last year, and I just had it left over, so we'll adhere that over here. And then this, I just used a punch, and I just punched this out of some paper and then punched out a little heart and stapled it with my tiny attacher. And we will add that tucked up under here. So there we go. I think that turned out pretty cute, except I don't like that there. I want that back in here more. So picky, aren't I? Because this one is going on a scrapbook, or it's going to be adhered down, I didn't finish the back off. Why waste more paper than you have to? But because this one is a treat holder, I actually did finish off the back. So here are the treat holders I made. I made that one earlier, and that one, and then there's this one, and this is the one we made today, and this is the one I made as I didn't realize my camera was dying on me. I thought I would share with you how I made these little accordion flowers. I know I have a video on how to make them with scoring them, but this is a little bit easier because these are made with cupcake wrappers. They're nothing new. They've been around the internet before, but I thought I'd show you. You just punch a circle. It doesn't even have to be perfect. You don't even have to punch it. You can just cut a circle out. And this is a little tiny cupcake wrapper, just a little mini one. So what you want to do is you want to cut the center out. And again, doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll cut out the center. And then you add adhesive to your little circle here. You just add some glue. And let me zoom in a bit. So then what you do is you just wrap this around like this, put it on top of your circle, and punch it, and not punch it, but you squinch it. Is that a word? Squinch? I'm not sure. But you just squinch it up and kind of play around so they look kind of even. They don't have to be perfect. Hold it there until the glue dries, and then add a little embellishment to the center. So that's how you make one of those accordion flowers with a cupcake wrapper. I hope you all enjoyed my project, and if you are watching and you took my class at Scrap for Heart, I really hope you enjoyed yourself. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you had a really creative day today. Bye now. No, I'm sorry. See, I am flustered. Just said that my camera was full, so I had to delete some stuff. Today is just not a good day. I feel like I need to do this whole thing over.